Hello, guys. I hope you all are doing well out there. If you want some ideas of how you can build your community or your communication with your parents, this is the video for you. So go ahead, stop, subscribe down below so you can go ahead and get all of my upcoming videos that I will be sending out bi-weekly. That's my goal. Well, today, guys, we're going to talk about communication with your parents and building that rapport with your parents. It starts day one, well, prior to day one of when school starts. Something that I try to do is call my parents, and especially that first week of school, and just thank them for allowing me to work with their child for that particular year and just try to get to know them a little bit, because this is the thing. You want to be able to have some type of relationship or rapport with your parents prior to a negative conversation, okay? You don't want the first time that you talk to your parents is when little Charlie or little Shoestring, not going to use a real name, misbehave, because that's not going to be positive on the parent side, and they may kind of look at you like, oh, she's picking on my baby, which that's not the case. But it's so important to build that relationship prior to. Something that I do, though, building those relationships, I call my parents to, like I said before, thank them for allowing me to be their child's teacher, making sure they have my cell number. Now, I'm going to tell you, with my cell phone, I do not give them my personal number, but if I give them my Google voice number, it still comes to my cell phone, but they don't have my personal number. Our school district uses Remind. They have my Remind information. They have, like, they can text me on the Google, or they can email. So they have many variety of opportunities of ways that they can contact Mrs. Moore. And I make sure that it's an open door communication. And this is too, guys, when they communicate, when they call you, when they email you, when they text you, please respond back to them. Because I've heard so many times of parents say, I've tried to reach out to my child's teacher and they never did get back to me. And that's not making you look professional. So you need to make sure if they respond, not saying you have to do it right then and there. Now, a lot of times I try to do that because if I don't do it, I forget. So when they send me a message and I have it on my phone or my iPad, I go ahead and try to give them a quick response or something, because it's so much going on in my mind, I will forget. But that's just my strategy of how I do it. But please be sure to reach out to your parents if they contact you, okay? Now, just say, for example, if a negative behavior happens to arise in your classroom and you have built that relationship with your parents and they know your phone number and you have communicated with them. Something that I do in my classroom, if the kiddos have a hard time, I will pick up my phone. I will call their mama and I'll say, you know what, mama? Your child is having a hard time, and they're going to tell you what's going on. And I pass this phone to the child so the child can tell their parent exactly what's going on. That takes you out the equation, and that lets the parent know exactly what's going on. So the child cannot go home and say, Mama, my teacher's telling the story on me. Because the child has told the parent exactly what's going on. So that is something that you can do to kind of help with that that communication with your parents. Something else that I do, I send out numerous notes and try to get to know the kids better and getting to know the parents better and all that kind of stuff at the beginning of the school year. I send out a parent survey so they can tell me their kids' likes, dislikes, the way that they learn, the best way that they learn, how the best way to discipline their child, or all that kind of stuff. So that's helping my brain juices at the beginning of the school year of how I can educate their child. And something else I want to put out there, teachers, sorry. When you send a note out to your parents, kind of make it like a little contract kind of thing. I have my parents to sign and date. For example, I like to give food and stuff for treats. I will ask, is your child allergic to anything? Please specify if your child's allergic to anything. And I have parent signature, date on the bottom of that form, and they turn it back to me, and I can put it in the child's personal classroom file. So in case something happens, thank the Lord, in my 16 years, we've been fine, if I remember correctly. You have a paper trail to fall back on. So that's with anything they're allergic to, or anything that any type of practices or something you want to do in your classroom. Make sure you get their signature on there so you can file it away. In just case your administrators or something, someone have questions or what have you, you can say, this is what I sent out to the parents, and this is their response, and this their signature right there. So you can have that. And also going back to the communication, like if you call your parents, have a running record, a phone call record, just to jog your memory of what you guys talk about. So just say, for example, today is March the 8th. If I talk to a child, and the parents or what have you, about a negative behavior, the child hit another student, I'm just thinking something off the top of my head, jot it down. Call the child talked to parent about negative behavior, da 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 da, put it in their file so you can have a little mental note. Whereas if you do remind or something like that, or you're texting, you already have something in writing just to cover yourself. So that's just kind of something, just a quick little overview of just some ways that you communicate. But you always want to start on a positive note with your parents. You always want to try to build that rapport first before the negative behaviors or anything come about, because you have to think about it. You're going to deal with these parents for 180 days. And I'm the type of teacher, once they're my students, they're always my students. So you have to just try to do all you can to build that positive rapport. So that's pretty much in a nutshell. And I know I went over a whole lot of stuff there, but my main thing: build your community, be real, be authentic. Let the parents know that you appreciate them. Let them know that you love their child. They know when you're genuine or not. So please be real. Communicate, tell them how you feel, open for them to tell you how they're feeling, concerns or what have you. Give them that place that you guys can have that dialogue with each other, and hopefully you will have a successful year. So I hope this helped you guys out. If you have any additional questions, or if you would like to see any of the forms that I sent out to my parents, shoot me an email. Email down below in the description, and I will be happy to send it out to you. So you guys take care. You guys be blessed. Remember to work smarter and not harder. Happy teaching. Your kiddos need you, and you need your kiddos. Take care, guys. Bye bye.